Cracker going up first versus Feral Beast as a Feral Druid Necrolord. Looking to continue the damage into your boy. Got us this huge Buttman over for the team too. We got Jesus. Atop is Drake. We got a Gloosh. We got us this Facile in the back. And Feral Beast just continuing the onslaught with his Cracker. My boy R, he just bowed out of here. I think he saw a Feral Druid. He's like, nope. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. So Cracker, Sajiro, Anto, Badan, and Barga are all going to have to hold. I love this manga, by the way. They're going to have to all hold the fort here. Try to see if they can fight a Feral Druid. Will this be a 1v5? Maybe. I guess we'll see. Maybe that's why Archie left. Maybe he was like, you know what? This Feral Beast is going for a 1v5. I don't want to give him the satisfaction. I don't want to give him that. Big Berserker to Cracker. Big Blades up and running. Cracker's going to have to find a way to live through it. There's going to be a lot of healing. Defenses are going to have to get used up here. Bastard Cracker. It's going to have to go from Rage Regeneration. Go for the bluff. There's Thurston. In order to see if he can catch back up on health. Definitely needs an independent victory timed at the right time in order to be able to blast through the Feral Beast. That's going to be a big banner wall. Barsian is up, but it might not be enough. This Feral Beast, though, the Fury Warrior. He might not expect what he's going to see here. Bear form still up. Trying to play it very, very defensive. Wall is down, but the banner is still flying high. That's going to be a trick out of the Cracker. Feral Beast under pressure. Main with the Cracker. Does the Warrior get to reconnect? It's going to be a quick charge towards Feral Beast. Not going behind Pillar. In the execute race, it's just going down. Oh my goodness. That man did not expect this Fury Warrior just to walk all over him like a rug. My goodness. Cracker been out. Outside, he's tracking mud, but is walking over the fell rug right now, dude. My goodness. I know the druids can be really spooky in 1v1s, but you only just need to play your Fury Warrior into turn it for brain, pump up those muscles, slam your damage buttons, and make sure you get your leaps and charges at the right time. Glitch took a lot of damage, by the way, from Cracker. As the Warrior just taking that strong momentum into the Rogue. Kidney shot, into cheap shot potentially. Oh, the explosion right next to Cragar. Doesn't give him much of an opportunity to really do here. Gonna be Sajura locking down Glitch in place unless he wants to go for a Cloak of Shadows. Mad damage back into Sajura. Looks like he's starting the momentum. He's taking the page out of Cragar. Taking momentum and just carrying forward. Big damage to the Glitch. Does vanish. Escape with barely any health. Sajura could have just ended it right there. If it were just Blade Storm in the same direction as he was, I think it just would have taken out. Sajura trying to see if he can get the Rogue out of the combat. As he goes for a leap with a charge around the corner. Looks like he's going to try to. Doesn't quite get it. The leaps are there, though. He got plenty of hops. Trying to see if he might be able to crush the Rogue with him crushing blows. Huge carrying burst out of Glitch. Does he go for evasion here? You could just go for evasion, just burst down Sajura. Potentially, he could just commit and stay aggressive. Looks like he's not going to go for it. Looking for the reset. Quick shift on Sajura. Does leap towards Gloosh. Does he have a charge to intercept him? He does use the heroic throw in order to keep him in combat. Gloosh is still slowed down, but does play the momentum talent. Maneuverability talent in order to give him sprint that removes all roots and slows off him for a moment. Or makes you immune to it. Gonna be the spear does lock him down. Gloosh, Cloak of Shadows in order to break apart away from the spear, also avoiding that arcane damage. Evasion is up. Gonna be a quick fear for Sajura. Gloosh could go for a trinket. Sajura's gonna wait out for the fear to stick there on him as long as possible, and is gonna try to get him in combat. Maybe catch a heal from him. Gloosh no longer has any defenses. Needs to go for a full stun lock combo over Sajura. Leaping past the smoke bomb. As Gloosh trying to see if he can shadow step him. Sajura got plenty of damage, but that's going to be getting shot. Lockdown. Does the Rogue have enough damage here? He's hoping he has enough damage. Needs to make sure. Oh, the stun comes out from Sajura. Mechanica so bad as he drops low. And Gloosh got nothing left. Shadow step. And I don't even know if it's a good idea. Oh, I think he's trying to go for shadow step. Expecting Sajura to have a charge or a leap. He's too big brain. His big brain. The Rogue actually played that really well. That Shadow Step was not a bad move either. He was expecting mobility out of Sajura. Just mobility was not there for Sajura. Sajura was just rushing at him. Or maybe he was meant to use it, but maybe the Rogue didn't get far enough away. The Rogue was trying to plan ahead. That Shadow Step, if he just didn't press it, I think he would have been fine. Or if Sajura used mobility there instead of not using it, he also would have been fine. There's 3 different scenarios that could have happened, and you rolled bad one. He rolled the unlucky one. Gonna be Sajura trying to see if he can continue that pressure. That sustain versus huge Buttman. He does pop a wall. That is also going to be in Flashcraft. Just coalesced and fell apart with a single shattering throw, shattering those shields, shattering the defenses. Blade Storm out of Sajura. He just continued breaking out of the Blade Storm just so he continued the pressure versus huge with that Earth Elemental like the last to follow. It's going to be Sajura just holding the fort down, holding onto that trinket, clutching it close. Not going to use it just yet. Just holding on to it for now. Wait. Huge is going to get interrupted on nature. Not the worst part, actually. Could still continue on here. He got interrupted, but still fairly high health. So you could still recover. And the charges coming through, back to back, able to maintain himself for a little bit longer. Lava Burst with Sejura, trying to continue the pressure. Sejura does get Brawn joined in. There's Brawn, there's Sejura, and then there's the Earth Element. So he's got all the pets in the world fighting each other. The spear doesn't quite connect with Huge, but then it's going to be Sejura trying to go for a big leap with a charge towards Huge. Does get knocked back for a second. Huge is able to get himself a little bit of a catch up on heals. And looks like he should be able to stabilize here for a little bit longer. Does get a lightning lasso, able to do a bit of damage to Sejura, but also able to stun lock him, able to cut away from him. Definitely needs to be using the Frost Shocks as often as possible. As soon as Sejura reconnects with him, you use a Frost Shock, you need to disconnect with him somehow. Blaze Storm is going to free him from any slows. Trying not to get knocked down by the Earthquake, it is doing physical damage to him. Quick interrupt onto Huge as he's trying to get himself a heal. Does have himself a defensive really soon. Could potentially go for defensive and get himself some healing. How is he doing on mana? We can't really see this man's mana. We can only see his Maelstrom bar, but we do not see his mana, so he may be low on mana. Trick out Sejura and Huge potentially could maybe get some kind of a knockback versus the warrior. He definitely needs to go for some kind of CC. He definitely needs to do a Hex and Summon Spear. Not gonna let him go anywhere. He's just kind of stuck in one place, and I think it's just out of mana. Drop down a capacity on him for a second. Maybe would give him a bit of a breather, but just wouldn't let him. That's unfortunate, man. That is so unfortunate. Bronzy and a exactly, dude. Brawn is actually amazing Mythic Pluses. Sometimes he's annoying, but in some of the recent Mythic Pluses I've been doing, dude, he's always there. Like, there's a cast going off, no one has a kick. Brawn comes in and just knocks the guy back. It is so good. Brawn is MVP. Brawn, I feel like the amount of times Brawn has been helpful, I think outweighs the times have been unhelpful. At least in my experience. I don't know if you guys have had similar experience or not. Fast is getting hit with the fear as all the pets are actually frayed into the opening. And that's going to be pets finally collapsing onto Sejura. Fellord around the corner, going for the knockdown into the charge. Mortal and Fassel does huddle onto the big brother of Fellord. That's going to be the warrior leaping back in. That is also going to be a big old Demon Bolts. Decimating Bolt. In order to get Demon Bolts rolling faster, let's go for a big board. Avoiding that trick and avoiding the spear completely. Summon Sejura, trying to see if he can max out some damage, but that's going to be the Aegis trick and give us Sejura a lot of that survivability versus the magic damage faster. Good thing a lot of his pets do physical damage, which can burn right through that shield. But Sejura is going to have to go for a little bit of self-heal here. Going to have to go for sustain. Does go for reflect. To reflect the fear back to Fassel. Hasn't been executed range, but the wall making Fassel alive a little bit longer, trying to go for a port. As he just goes crumbling him down. Gets Sejura turn this around and take this duel versus Jesus. Jesus pumping up his pet. That's going to be a big transformation. A-bomb limb. Sejura can't go anywhere. Stun to follow. Does Sejura have any defenses? Does get an AoE stun. As his health dips low. Does know he can't really escape Jesus, but he does need to go for some survivability. But as he was trying to get some cooldowns, as he was trying to get some resources rolling in, he does go down. But Sejura using the A-bomb limb to claw him open, leaving the boy on the ground. Is that Antiba down next, or is it potentially Embargo? Embargo is yet to play. Now the question is, does Embargo play Necrolord? Does he play Kyrian? Does he play Venthyr? Oh, you see that she's a Night Fate, because Night Fate technically can work. It does give you a Vendetta. 20% damage, I don't care what class you are, 20% damage is a big increase. Plus Sepsis does a lot of nature damage too. Embargo looks like he's just going a bit of an opener versus Jesus. Again, just don't know what covenant he is. I guess we'll find out in a second. Evasion up really early. Just trying to build up resources. What legendary is here too? I'm waiting for big pistol shots. Looks like there's going to be the Necrolord Spike. So I think now we know. Kill Spree as he's trying to see if he can cleave him and do as well as the pet. There's going to be a Flesh Count as Jesus. As Margaret goes in and vanish to Flesh Count just to make sure he has some guaranteed uninterruptible shield. Going to be the new pet coming up as Jesus sacrifices the first and summons the new one. Still needs to use defenses in order to deal with Embargo. And the Rogue going for that maneuverability sprint, not unabated by the slows. That's going to be the Army of the Dead joining in. Jesus needs to, cannot wait out long enough as the Barg swings the corner and dispatches the guy. Sejura with 3 kills. Very well done. Very well done. Hey, enhances all this could deal with Fury. You think so? Yeah, they definitely could do well against Fury Warrior. Not amazing, because for Outlaw it's like a lot of physical damage, which Fury Warrior is just susceptible. No, well, not susceptible to, but rather the opposite of that.